Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Being the Odds. This is Monday, March 27th, 2023, and we are back with our NBA best bets of the day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Zach, and welcome to Being the Odds. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, hit the notification bell so you never miss a pick. We post NBA videos every single day, along with college basketball and the NHL. There's no college basketball on today, so we're going to be doing a Final Four preview along with a Elite Eight, Sweet 16 NCAA tournament recap. We'll be posting that a little bit later today. And tomorrow, we're going to be doing a MLB preview. A lot of you guys have asked me, are you doing baseball? Are we doing baseball? We're doing baseball. Yes, we are. We'll be doing a preview on how we're going to bet MLB, how you should measure your success as far as like record-wise goes for MLB, as well as some futures that I'm thinking about placing, and I probably will on that channel. So check that out. That video will be coming out tomorrow. We're going after our first 4,000 subscribers, so I'm really excited to have y'all here. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some serious money. And to recap yesterday's results, we went 2-2. We had an overall meh day. We had the Bulls plus 3.5. That was our best bet winner. That went all up to 6 when LeBron was coming back, and we still got a win there. Bulls outright winner. Oklahoma City minus 9. That was an embarrassing performance. Yes, you won by 6, but that was embarrassing. Portland's terrible. OKC should have beat them by 1,000. Tough L there. Hawks plus 1.5. They're flaky, man. They had so many opportunities. Trey fouling Ja in the corner with like a minute and 10 left. That absolutely sealed the game. And we had the T-Wolves plus 5.5 getting an outright win against Golden State yesterday. We posted that on our Twitter and to our members group, our texting list. So definitely check that out. So we have 4 picks going, plus one more I'm definitely adding later. I'm just waiting on the injury report. That's it. I'll start with our best bet of the day, which is Denver minus 4.5 or minus 5 versus Philly. Denver's at home. They're a different animal at home. The elevation causes serious problems for teams. And Joker's going to make a statement and get redemption after getting absolutely toasted by Embiid last time out. Plus, Embiid and Harden may not play. They're questionable with calf injuries and Achilles injuries. This could be a place where they rest them. This really could be a place where they rest them. I think it's possible. Plus, if you look on the Denver side, Jamal Murray looks like he looked in the bubble. He looks fantastic. He has great control of the team and the offense. Aaron Gordon is having his best year of his career by far. And that dunker spot just fits. It fits his skill set. Okay, not much of a skill set, but he can dunk and he can shoot nice mid-range shots. Michael Porter Jr. can shoot the lights out from 3. I think he's going to play. He's questionable, but I think he's going to play. They say for possible rest. When they're playing against Philly, that's nonsense. He's going to play. Plus, Denver has some serious depth. KCP, again, he's in the starting lineup. He's pretty solid, but Bruce Brown, great sixth man. Brown is great. They have some really good pieces on the bench. I like their coaching here. Plus, the Sixers on this road trip have gotten nothing. And I mean nothing from their bench. They've gotten a lot from their bench this year, but during this road trip that they've been on, they have played like dog shit, like their bench has anyway. Plus, right now, the sharp money is all over Denver. The public is all over Philly. This is a perfect recipe for a big win. I love Denver here, minus 4.5 versus Philadelphia. Next, we have the Pacers money line versus the Mavericks. Now, I'm assuming Luka does not play because he'll be suspended because he got his 16th tech, which is a huge deal, unless the NBA pulls some nonsense and says, we're going to rescind it. I don't think they're going to do that. And that's a huge deal because the Mavericks, they're really close to missing out on the play-in. Not even the playoffs, the play-in. They're very close to missing out. I think they're right now in the 11th spot. And the Mavs need to win, but here's the problem. They don't play defense. Their offense is really streaky, given that, there's been time. If you watched the Hornets game yesterday, if you watched the Hornets game, which we live bet the Mavericks, but it was such a small bet that I don't really care. Most of y'all didn't tail it because it was a live bet. And here's the thing. Is there were times where they hit back-to-back threes, literally 4 threes in a row. And then there was 6 minutes where they don't make a freaking basket. This team is so disjointed. The chemistry is so bad since adding Kyrie. It's kind of ridiculous. And if Kyrie's your main guy, that's not going to go well for you. Plus, Halliburton and Turner probably play. These guys are the biggest difference makers on the Pacers. Benedict Mathurin is a great rookie who's going to be a very, very, very good NBA player. The Pacers are going to win this one at home. The Mavericks seem to be on up shit's creek without a paddle. I love Pacers here. Money line. I think they're minus 112 or minus 118, depending on your sports book. I'm rolling with them now. The line has moved, by the way, from them +2 all the way to -1. This is a very good opportunity to get some great value here. I'm taking the Pacers money line versus the Mavericks, especially if Luka doesn't play. Next, we have the over 233.5 for the Pistons and the Bucks. This game is going to go way over. The Pistons play absolutely zero defense. They're the worst defensive team in the league. The Bucks are fully healthy. This is an opportunity for the Bucks to get some cheap stats, especially their role players, to get more better contracts. They have no answer. Like, the Pistons have absolutely no answer for anyone in the Bucks. Like, they have no one to guard Giannis. The Bucks are going to drop 130 themselves, 135 points themselves. If the Pistons can be even remotely competent on offense, they'll go way over here. I just think the Bucks are going to win this game by about 1,000. And if this game's close, then there's going to be free throw shooting. I think this game goes way over. And if the last time these two teams played, I think they combined for 280 points. With that being said, I don't think it's going to do that, but I think this game goes over by 10 to 15 points here. I love the over 233.5 from the Pistons and the Bucks. Next, another really great bet. I'm really seeing the board well today. We have the Pelicans -9.5 versus the Blazers. Blazers had a nice little bump last night for the first time that they've played since shutting down their entire team. But they're bad. They got the bump yesterday. They're not going to get the bump today. They're a terrible team. The over could be a good bet as well because they don't play any defense. But Portland's a dead team. They're not looking. They're not a good team, especially since you're sitting Simons, Grant, Nurkic, and Dame Lillard. They're in full tank mode right now. The Pelicans now are not completely healthy because they still need Zion back, but CJ commands the offense really well. Also, it's a bit of a revenge game for him going back to Portland. Brandon Ingram is elite offensively. Valanciunas is extremely underrated. And honestly, the Pelicans need this win to stay in the play-in contention, and I think they're going to get it. The Pelicans are going to go and smoke the Blazers. Now, they have got to win by at least 10. Do I think it's a double-digit win? Yes. The Blazers are not a good team. They are going to try, but they're off a back-to-back. And with how the NBA is right now, I think it's a mental thing now, because back in the day, when I was growing up, back-to-backs were not a big thing. People would play just as well. I think mentally right now, all these players we're on a back-to-back. It's going to be more difficult. And I think that plays really well into the Pelicans' hands here. I'm going to take them to win this game by double digits. This game really should not be close whatsoever. So I got to take the Pelicans here -9.5. And we might be doing a same game parlay later, and we're going to add one other game here once an injury report comes out. I'll talk about that one here in a minute. Before I do that, though, for those guys who have been subscribers for a long time, thank you so much for being here. And if you want to support the channel, and since I've been making y'all money, consider becoming a member at zdmbets.com/picks. That website is linked in the description below. These videos will always be out. The picks will always be publicly available. However, as a member, what you get is you get the picks early, so you get to beat the line movement, which happens a lot throughout the morning and early afternoon in these games. Any games we don't cover, you can ask about. You can text me directly. And I'll be, as long as it's before 5 o'clock on the weekday and before noon on the weekends, you'll get a guaranteed response before that game starts over text. And some other perks we're going to be coming out with as we get more into the summertime. We have a lot of stuff in the pipeline that our members are going to be able to get. So definitely check that out. The website is linked in the description below. Our last pick that we'll be adding later for our members, as well as on Twitter a little bit later on, is going to be the Kings and T-Wolves game. This is either going to be the over here, or I like the Kings -5 if De'Aaron Fox plays. He's questionable with a hamstring injury, so I'm going to wait a little bit on that one. We're going to figure out that game as it gets closer to game time. So quick recap what we have. We have Denver -4.5. We have the Pacers money line. We have the over 233.5 Pistons and Bucks. We have Pelicans -9.5, and then we'll be adding the Kings and T-Wolves game. We're waiting on some injury reports, obviously, as we've talked about. So let's go lock in those picks, y'all. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money, and I will see you all tomorrow. Make sure y'all check out those other videos.